Just came back. I'm going to be messaging everybody to see if they can log on. Okay, so we got, looks like I got two of you right back on here. I'm gonna continue to send these out, and it doesn't want to give me the live chat, and I don't know why. All right, but at least we're back on. Okay. Send us some more messages so that everybody has a chance to log on. Now okay. So we got both people, two people on. If you're on, go ahead. Feel free to send me a text message, just letting me know that you're here. I'm going to be sending out as many of these links as I can so that everyone else can join us. Okay, perfect. All right, then we got Danny here. I'm going to be posting up another link. So bear with us one moment. I'm not going to let the technical difficulties get in the way today. One way or the other, we are continuing. For some reason, this has been happening. New video. Okay, good. We're getting more and more messages. People letting me know that they're on. All right, let's see how many people we got on. Okay, so we have three. Okay, I think I got a message from all three of you. And I just uploaded a new link on the website so that people can log on there. Still got three. Take a moment for everybody to find the new link. Again, I do not have access to the live chat. And I don't know if that's just something I clicked for the live chat to be on. I don't know why it's not showing up. Maybe I should do the other live stream as opposed to the webcam. Not sure why, but I'm still getting messages from everybody. I'm gonna give them about 2 more minutes. Then, if not, we'll go ahead and pick up, and they can join as they see the messages. Oh, we got four. Okay. All right. So we're talking about slope intercept form, and we're talking about the fact that there's going to be a couple of tricks when we're trying to graph an inequality. So first thing they're going to do is not give it to us in slope intercept form. Okay. So they could do something like this. Right. And I'm going to quickly review this. So we know that anytime we cross the equal sign, whatever crosses the equal sign needs to become the opposite. Don't necessarily worry too much about the y, um, but everything else that crosses the equal sign will become the opposite. The y will always stay the same. And yes, you could say that the y becomes negative and divide the whole thing by like a -1 or a +1 to neutralize it, but that's not going to be helpful for the limited amount of time that we have. So just always remember that the y stays the same, but anything else that crosses the equal sign needs to become the opposite, right? So this would then become y equals -3x minus 5 because the 5 never crossed the equal sign, but the 3 did, so it become negative. Okay, now this is slope intercept form. Notice how there's nothing on the y. This is still a fraction. It's a whole number, but it's also a fraction. And notice that we have a whole number as our y-intercept. I don't see them really giving you fractions at this level. As long as I've done this, I've never seen them give you the y-intercept as a fraction. So that's probably going to be something you would do in like Math 120, but you're not going to see that on the test. This is normally going to be a whole number. Where you will see fractions, where they will try to trick you, and that's what we're about to talk about today, is they could give you a fraction on the y-intercept. They could give you a fraction on the slope. And that's their way of trying to trick you. Or maybe they'll leave it as a whole number to try to throw you off. So before I put up another problem for you to practice on, are there any questions? Feel free to send me a text. I'll give everybody a minute to do that. Yeah. So there are no questions. And again, if you don't have the phone number that I use for text, feel free to send me an email saying, "Hey, Mr. Butler, I don't have that phone number," and I can post that up. If you'd like me to open up the conference call line, again, follow the same process. I'm going to put a number up. I'm going to put another problem up here that I would like you to put in slope intercept form. So it's not going to be in slope intercept form, obviously, but I want to do a quick review. So once I put it up here, I would like you to respond by sending me a text, shoot me an email. If you want to use a conference call, you can do that, letting me know what it would be in proper slope intercept form. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute. All right. So I got one person who responded so far. Perfect. And looks like nobody fell for my little trick. Well, one person has responded. Okay. So far, I've gotten one person who's responded, and they did not fall for my trick. So it should still be seeing a response from 3 people. Still need to hear from 3 more people before we move on. I would like you to put this in slope intercept form, proper slope intercept form. And again, if you just want to send a picture of your work, that's fine. Ooh, okay. All right. So I got a second response. Then I send that person a comment. As I'm getting comments here, I'm starting to see how I'm going to adjust the instruction. I'm still waiting for two more people. I'm starting to see I might have to make some adjustments. Okay, still waiting on two more people. I have not received. All right. I'm not sure. Okay, so I haven't heard from Ildi as of yet. I've heard from Danny. I heard from another student. Didn't identify their name, but there's still Ildi and one other student I have not heard from because there's four people on the live stream. So if you could please send me a message with your answer. Okay. So I pretty much am now have heard from everyone. Now, I realize in the responses that I got that some of you guys are. I realize that the way that I explained it with not changing the y is going to be a little confusing. So let me give you some help when it comes to switching this to slope intercept form because It's a little hard to see, and I'm starting to see that some people are not switching the signs over, or it's hard to see in the text message. So I'm going to go ahead and solve that. Sorry, I think I just got a message. Yeah. So here's what I want you to do. Anytime you look at an equation like this, understand that the y has a 1 before it. Okay. And then this is going to be an easier way to look at it. And that way you don't have to, I'm trying to take the guessing game out of it so that when you're testing, you have a steady way of looking at it. So if there's a 1 here, I know, and let's just keep the same rule. Anything that crosses the equal sign will always change and become the opposite, right? So let's just stick with this because I think this is going to be easier for everybody to follow. All right. So if this crosses the equal sign, this is now going to be negative 1y because the opposite of 1 is a negative 1. When this crosses the equal sign, it's also going to become the opposite. So this is now going to be a negative 5. This has not crossed the equal sign, so it's going to stay as negative 3,5x. Now, we know we cannot have this y as anything else other than a y, because slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So in order to get this to become that, I had to get rid of this negative 1y. There's always a 1 there, but it has to be positive. So the easiest way to do that is to divide the whole equation by negative 1. So if I do this, it's going to become y equals, because negative 1 divided by negative 1 is going to be positive 1. So that just means it's a regular y, a 1.